Go live. This is this is so technical that I'm amazed that anybody does this. And it is completely night and day. Putting together a podcast on streaming equipment and hardware and all that crap is a real struggle because there's 112 things that can go wrong, and 100 of them usually do. And then you got this thing, which is basically type in your freaking stream name and hit stream and point the camera at something. And I mean, it's amazing how it works every time. It's just sometimes I want to do something more. That's where we're at. That's where we're always at. Is there anybody in here? Am I just talking to the wind? Am I talking to the air? Are we live? Are we really in reality? Oh, look. What's up, Charlie? It's just you and me, buddy. Since YouTube doesn't send out notifications anymore, especially on live streams. I mean, I can probably count on two hands of the people like, yeah, I got notified. It's like, I got three other YouTube accounts that I sign up for notifications from this channel, and I never get a single notification. Well, no, I get notifications that a video is posted. That's about it. I never get live streams. I never get any kind of notification of the people that, like, if you kind of want to be part of a live stream, you want to join in on the live part of the live stream, it'd be nice to know when the live stream is going to happen. And if they don't send out freaking notifications, it's really hard. It's really hard for people to make plans. So anyway, I start out the stream bitching. Not that unusual, is it? How's the audio, everybody? How many people we got in here? Oh, 6 people. Yay. Sound is good. Thank you. What's up, Roger? Yo, what's up? Edmund, what's happening? John Ward, what's happening? Long time, dude. I got a notification for this live. I'm telling you, Charlie, it's like you and 10 other people, man. That's like out of thousands of people. I don't know how many people sign up for notifications, but like I said, I've got at least 3 other YouTube accounts where some of them I make videos, some of them I just do testing. But all of them are signed up for all notifications, and I get nothing. I get nothing except somebody shared a video. No, somebody posted a video. That's what I get. So anyway, how y'all like this background I got? Figured just change up, throw y'all a curveball instead of the campfire. I'd throw y'all some Bonneville Salt Flats. I think I put this backgrounds on a stream before. I don't remember. I really don't remember. I played with so much stuff. I don't remember what I've actually put out there. Tonight is White Russian night, just because I was too lazy to go to the store to get beer. And I figured if I got beer, there'd be some left over, and I need to start on my diet tomorrow. I need to go back on keto, and that may be the biggest reason I'm having a live stream tonight, is go, hey, yeah, cheers, everybody. I'm going to try to dry out and get my shit together, start exercising as much as I can. Damn, exercising is putting my leg on and walking to the truck and going somewhere. That's a lot. It takes a lot of energy. Anyway, I wanted to commit tonight, so I figured I'd say, hey, look, I'm drinking tonight, but if you see me drinking in the next 30 days, you should give me some drunk shaming. I'm okay with drunk shaming. I'm okay with fat shaming. Cripple shaming. Just don't tell me how to do rehab if you don't have any professional experience, or if you haven't gone through that yourself. Well, I broke my pinky finger, and what you need to do is just work through the pain. Stop being a pussy. Oh, I'm eating chocolate chips with my sugary White Russian. You're the only one. You're the one of 10 guys, Charlie, that get notifications. What's up, Josh? Hello. I think YouTube doesn't have the server capacity to send out all notifications, uploads, processing, live streams, comments. Jake, I know a little bit about server capacity, and if they can handle how many uploads, how many hours of uploads they do every day, unless they just go, well, we're gonna put all of our money and effort into capacity for video uploads, processing, sharing, all that stuff. Notifications it's like sending a text. It's like sending a text. Really, it's you're going through a list of people that signed up for notifications, and you send a freaking text to all those people. I mean, that's it's on the same level as an email server. And if that is the capacity that you're lacking, I just don't think enough people have bitched about it. I've heard tons of people bitching about it, but I just don't think it's one of those things where it's like, Rumble is not big enough yet. When Rumble gets big enough, I'm going to put all my effort over there. I wished YouTube could hear the complaints of people like me. Like, I love YouTube. Don't get me wrong. I love the fact that they allow me to put my videos on here. They pay me a few coins every once in a while. And 90% of the stuff they're getting right, but the stuff that they get wrong, they just don't give a crap. They get it wrong, and they're like, we're not putting any effort into fixing that. It's like, how can we make more money? I think that's really all they're concerned about, which if it's a corporation, they should be. But, man, I hate that I'm starting out this damn stream so negative. It's just a topic that irks me. Do you use your other channels to watch videos on this channel? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mainly because, and I would encourage you guys to, I don't use ad blocking software on the channel that I upload my videos. I've done it in the past, and then they started kicking back on that, so I just went to the other YouTube channels, and that's how I watch all my video. I hate freaking commercials. That's why another reason why I love Rumble. Rumble's got most of it right. Rumble, you want to watch a video, you get one or two short 30-second, 20-second commercials at the first of the video. You're committed. You want to watch this video? Watch these couple of commercials. And usually they're in tune to what I might want to buy. Just like Google search. It's really odd to me that Google, the biggest search engine in the world, can't figure out how to help YouTube, the second biggest search engine in the world. They can't figure out how to get YouTube to orient their ads to the people that are using their service. I mean, I got some bizarre stuff popping up on mine, and that's the thing that irks me the most. It's like if you showed me like 1 out of 10 videos of something that, oh yeah, that's interesting. I bought one of those last week. I was thinking about buying it. Something that's not only good for your advertisers that are spending tons of money with you, but it might be good for your customers, the viewers. It might be good for them too to show them an ad occasionally that's something they might be interested in. I'm in an age group where they show me, how to get hard, how to get women, how to all this. So I'm thinking I'm in that age group where they show me all this crap. It's like I have seen ads pop up on YouTube that are so marginal that if I did a video on how to get hard, they would knock it off. They might even ban my channel if I put 3 or 4 of them up at a time. They would kick me off YouTube, but yet they'll let an advertiser put crap like that out there. I'm not taking a moral high ground because I'm putting some pretty bad stuff out there. Dick's Cheese? Anybody see that one? I think 300 people saw that one before they completely hit it. Anyway. Simply Spiked Lemonade. Cheers, Charlie. I need to drink this faster. Into the stream will be over, and I won't be lubricated at all. I will continue to bitch for the rest of the stream if I don't take a few sips of this. Just wanted to say hi, but I have to go. All right, see you, Jake. YouTube has plenty of capacity. That's exactly what I'm saying. I get the notifications, but my Detroit Lions are playing football, so I'm in and out. See you later, Josh. Hello, driving to LA today. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry you got to do. Well, actually, traffic shouldn't be too bad today, right? Yeah. I, most of the pictures you showed me driving, I'm jealous of like that. You mean they pay you to drive across landscapes like that? Wow, that's awesome. And then you say shit like, "Man, I got to drive a tanker full of fuel to LA." Luckily, it's Sunday. What's everybody else up to? Anybody doing anything interesting besides driving a big fuel tanker to LA? Is anybody doing anything interesting? I know Josh is not because he's watching his Lions. He's watching football. Professional football. I'm sure there's a few of you guys out there. I've never got really into pro football. I never got into it. College football, that's about all I've ever been into. And barely there. And just because I live 20 minutes from the best college football team in America, the home, my alma mater, that's really the only reason I'm into football. 13 people watching. Well, we got that going for us. Did anybody catch the trailer, the 2-minute movie at the beginning of the stream? That's another one. So I'm not really sure. I've been saying for years is that YouTube hates funny videos. Well, there's a couple of there's a couple of things that anybody could say about that. It's like it's not Don. It's not that they hate funny videos. They love funny videos. You're just not funny. Okay, you could say that. You could completely say that, and I'd be like, yeah, I've got a weird sense of humor. Sure, sick and weird, and totally inappropriate most of the time. And you could say the thing that I am convinced, because my friends giggle at my videos. The people that I know closely, the people that I hang out with, and that's really, when it comes down to it, that's really what my efforts on YouTube is all about. It's for the people that I hang out with, my friends, the people that are like me, and that I might hang out with one day. And I hang out with a lot of people that know me from YouTube. So, but with that said, I hang out with a lot of people that don't really like my sense of humor, or don't get it, or just don't have a sense of humor at all. And that's the thing that I've been thinking about doing. I've been thinking about doing a little bit of a exploration, maybe call it an essay, about why bikers don't have a sense of humor. Why is it that people that ride motorcycles, I mean, I think this has just come to my mind recently because I've started realizing, and in the last couple of years, one second, it's really hard for me to talk and drink. But over the last couple of years, I've realized that the people that I don't get along with have one thing in common, pretty much across the board. They don't have a sense of humor. And I think those people live their life as a tragedy. That everything's tragic, everything's dramatic, everything, and I'm just the opposite. I think life is a comedy. And I laugh my ass off every day. And the people that are just down and miserable and they think that that's what life is supposed to be like, I think there's a lot of people like that are bikers. And I'm wondering if that's something that I should explore, and how should I explore that? How should I go dive into that without accusing everybody that rides a motorcycle of not having a sense of humor? Because I know that's not true. I just think it may be smaller a smaller percentage of people that ride motorcycles just don't know how to laugh. They don't know how to have fun, and they're just uptight, and I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm really curious as to the 18 people watching right now. True or false? Do bikers have less of a sense of humor than the regular population? I really believe that they do, because I've met a lot of those people, and a lot of those people I don't want to hang out with because they're just not fun. They don't like having fun. They don't like laughing, and if you don't like laughing, me and you are probably not really going to hang out that much. So, and if you're watching this channel, I would think that you're above average when it comes to a sense of humor, because if not, I would be really annoying, because I'm always spouting off some nonsense, and occasionally I put a few hours into making what I think is a funny video, and either and that's why I say it's either YouTube or bikers or me. I think that's the three choices that I got. It's got to be one of those three things. Either I'm not funny, YouTube doesn't like funny videos, or bikers just don't have a sense of humor. So which one of those three? Don't worry about my feelings. I'm asking a direct question to you guys that are watching. 21 people now. Let me put that on the screen. Let me put that up on the screen. Here's the question. What is more likely? Bikers have no sense of humor? YouTube hides all funny videos. We know that's not true. They let some through. Moto Giant is simply not funny. All right, I need your comments. I need a response here. Which one is it? Let me straighten this out. It's really hard to do this on the fly. That's why you have a producer, so somebody can sit behind the camera. They're off screen, and they can do all this editing, moving crap around. Alignment center. I want left center. There we go. What is more likely? Bikers have no sense of humor. I think I've asked this question before, but I've never asked it in this format. So, chime in the comments. What do you think? Have a drifter coming to stay a while tomorrow. Twisted Life. Drifter, you're not giving them my trees, are you? UW. Don with you. Found your live stream. Cool. Glad to have you, Johnny. The best. Not last year, Donnie. Oh, Michigan. Overall, I mean, what's Michigan's record? Actually, y'all are pretty up. Y'all are pretty far up there. Y'all may be the actual most winningest. I don't know. Since I've been alive, how about that? Let's qualify it. I pay extra to YouTube every month to skip the commercials. The only exception is if content provider does a live commercial in the live stream. Yeah. Well, that's how they get you. That's how they get you, Charlie. The real test of having a sense of humor would be watching Brad Williams. I don't know Brad Williams. That name is not. Yeah, it's not popping out, man. Explain, Roger. Get the enjoyment. People who don't get my sense of humor. Yeah. I think we're out there, dude. Why did the chicken cross the road? To show the possum that it could be done. Funny, yeah, that's a good one. More in my case, it's sarcastic humor, but that's my humor. Self-deprecating part. I'm a big fan of that. Yeah. Brad Williams, he's the dwarf comedian. Funnier than hell. I almost think I've seen him, but he's... Molly, the cheese one was so funny. Molly, you're one of 300 people that saw that video. I want you to know that. 300 people. A typical video of mine, Yeah, 1,000 to 3,000 views. Okay, so either most people that watched it said this is horrible, I'm offended. I've had somebody report it, so now I can't monetize it. Oh well, I had my run. I got my 300 views, but yeah, you're one of 300 people that's seen that, Molly. Will you be upset if I pick not funny? Nah, I'm asking you the question. If I'm not funny, I mean, the other question that I would say, because I want to make sure that the people that say I'm not funny or actually have a sense of humor. So with with that answer, if you say I'm not funny, name your favorite comedian. Because if you say some slapstick thing of somebody that actually is not using language to make you laugh, I'm going to doubt what you say. And if you say, I don't have a favorite comedian, I don't go to comedy shows, I don't like comedians, then I'm going to doubt you too. So, I'm still waiting on all the answers. Sarcasm is lost on high percentage of people, and I think it's funny when they don't get it. I'm starting to call it irony because most people don't get irony. So if you say something like ironic instead of sarcasm, it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, it's lone truth. Oh, you're saying Brian. That's Brian. Lone Wolves on Wheels, driving a big 80,000 pounds of fuel across California right now. Brad, the little guy. I may have seen him. He's just not standing out. My favorite short comedian is, God, what's the guy's name? Bearded guy. Does an unbelievable. He does great impressions, and I can't think of his name right now. And he's like 5 foot nothing, tiny little guy, but man, he is so funny. I think we have a sense of humor that is all those serious, well-educated leftists that don't, and sarcastic comment is lost on most of them for sure. Well, I think sarcasm and irony is lost on people that don't think, they just feel. And when you say leftist, that's kind of who I think of, is the people that feel and they don't think. So I think it's real easy to get sarcasm and irony and, subtle humor. And I would say a lot of my stuff is very subtle just because I get slapstick, I get, hitting people in the face with a pie, I get all that stuff. And, sometimes it can be funny, but most of the time that's for the dumbasses that, there's no way you're going to make a dumbass laugh unless you hit somebody with a pie because they're just sitting there going, ooh. Idiocracy, one of my favorite films of all time. Craig Ferguson. Yeah, he's pretty funny. I don't know that I've ever seen his stand-up. Red Skelton. Yeah, that's old school, Johnny. Come on, man. You can come up with a new comedian, or you're one of those guys. You're on my suspect list as not having humor, because Red Skelton is definitely physical comedy. He's about as close to slapstick as you could get without being pure slapstick. That is physical comedy. Survey. The survey is coming. I am going to make a survey. I really want to know what people think. But the problem is, to be able to get the survey out to everybody, I've got to make a video that YouTube deems important enough to show to my 12,000 subscribers. How do I do that? How do I trick YouTube into showing my video to all my 12,000 subscribers? That's really all I need. If you show my video to 300 people, 300 people are going to watch it, maybe. Well, it's usually a higher number, so instead of showing my video to 40,000 people, like the videos that do well on my channel, instead of doing that, they show it to 1,000 people. And you show my videos to 1,000 people, and 300 people click on it. That's a 30% click-through rate. That's kind of high. So I would say they showed it to 2,000 people. That's a little bit closer to my average click-through rate. Anyway, I'm a master of stats, and you'd think I could figure it out by now, but nope. Because the stats don't really work. I just know what they are. Because they say, do this, do this, do this, do this. Make sure this number's high, this number's high. And then they make their own choice. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm gonna send out a survey, Charlie. I was just thinking about that. But I've got to be able to let you guys know where that survey is, I gotta go, hey, here's a video, it's very important. Do you like comedy? Because that's really all I want to do. If I could sit down and write skits and do crazy stuff all day, I'd much rather do that than ride around on a motorcycle, pointing a camera at the cool stuff. Because, anybody could do that. What state are you from? Are you asking me? Or are you telling me you're from Pennsylvania, Molly? I'm in Alabama. I've spent most of my life here in Alabama. I've lived in some other places too, but nothing to really tell your mom about. Most of the guys I'm around are down for some laughs, but I do know of the tough and too serious biker type. Dude, I think that's a majority. I think a majority of people on motorcycles are way too serious about motorcycles, their image, and I think that translates into, I want to be the rough, tough motorcycle guy, and nobody's going to see me wearing something funny, riding something funny, or acting like something I just saw was funny. So, it's an image thing, and there's way too much of that stuff in our little community. Hell, I don't even know if I want to call it a community anymore. I just want to round up the folks that are fun. I want to talk to the folks that are fun. The boring folks, maybe I want to talk to them too and just go, hey man, y'all are doing it wrong. If you're not doing this, and this, you're doing it wrong. You're not having fun. If you're riding 300 miles a year and you never leave town, and the majority of what you do on your motorcycle is driving it to bike night, driving it to a bar, or driving it around town to hang out with your friends, you're probably doing it wrong. That sounds brutal, but I just know too many people that do that. That's their life. 300 miles a year. It's so sad. Russell Brand used to be funny. Yes, he used to be funny. I think he's considered a comedian. Yes, he is a serious comedian that had a short acting career, and now he's got a YouTube channel that I think is pretty interesting. I don't agree with all his politics, but the guy's freaking brilliant. There's no doubt. You listen to him long enough, you're like, wow, this guy's really, really smart. Way smarter than me. And I think he's still funny. I think he's a little bit too political to be funny anymore. But, he's saying interesting stuff, so I'm not going to. Dry humor is the best. I can't do it. Just make myself laugh and ruin it. Yeah, I'm the same way. If y'all had any idea, I probably should make a video of me making a funny video, because it would be obscenely stupid, because I would be like, let me try this. That's what I do. I'll spend 3-4 hours giggling my ass off about what I think is funny to have 20 of my friends go, that was pretty funny. I really enjoyed that. So I spend 4 hours making just the stupidest bit. That's what I do. I just sit there and giggle, and I'll leave, walk away from the computer and come back giggling because I got a new idea. It's like, oh, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. This is stupid. Anyway. Russell Brand used to be funny. Yeah, he used to be a comedian. I watch Kill Tony once in a while. They've got some interesting stuff on Kill Tony. It's amateur guys, but they've got that one guy that's got cerebral palsy. He's funny as shit, man. If he could just stand up there and tell jokes, that would be a whole lot better. But he types his jokes into the phone on the fly. Like, he's another brilliant guy. It's just you can't tell because it takes him a while to because he's got control of his body, but he's I don't know that I've ever heard him talk. So I think he's got a language difficulty. So he stands on stage and he types into his phone, and the phone goes through the audio. So the phone voice goes blah, 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 blah. Yeah. So basically, y'all should watch Kill Tony. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like to roast these amateur comedians that get up there. It's kind of funny. Blue collar comedy tour guys are my favorite. I'm from the South, man. That stuff gets old. I think that's what we're talking about. The same, the whole redneck spiel. The first 2 or 3 years I thought it was cute. Now it's just like it's kind of old to me. I mean, if you're a redneck, you're a redneck. You can't run away from it, and that's how you built your career. You can't just turn on a dime and be, something different. But I think the whole redneck thing is just kind of worn out. There could be there's some opportunity. I was watching. Oh golly, let's talk about that. I was asking somebody the other day. I'm watching these two guys, Bellied Up podcast. Has anybody watched that? As far as I know, these guys are not comedians. In the past I have watched clips. I was talking to Josh about this the other day because he's from up north, and I just thought it was really interesting because I've seen clips, and their clips are great. It's like a call-in show, and these guys go, here's a question for you, and they answer the questions, or they'll ask them questions, and it's funny because it's small clips. And then I didn't see the whole podcast, but I saw like 20, 30 minutes of it. I was like, that's an interesting format. That might be a really interesting format to try, like on a live stream. Just have people call in and go, hey, Don, instead of chat, which is really hard to keep up with. But I would need a producer. I'd need somebody to answer the calls and go, yeah, that's an interesting question. Let me see what Don thinks about this, and just put the question on live and go, here's what I think about that. The way these guys do it is really good. I don't know that I could replicate it, but it would be fun. It's just different. It's me right now. It's me reading the chats. Pretty much, I read through all of them. Some of them are dumb and I skip them, but most of them are like, let me respond to that. Just like the blue collar comedy tour. Martin Short. That's old school. George Gregory. He's old, redneck. I saw George Gregory live. He was pretty much just exactly what you'd expect live. I mean, if you've seen any of his live shows. He came to the comedy club in Birmingham. I've seen a lot of interesting comedians at the comedy club. George Carlin, all-time favorite, because he knew how to talk about issues. He made fun of the stupid stuff. That's what I loved about him. He's like, this is stupid. Why people do this, and he made you laugh while you thought, that's stupid. Man, if you can do that on some of the topics he covered were really good. And it's just basically him going, it's stupid. Why do we do this? Let me tell you the 5 reasons why this is stupid. Blah, 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 blah. And at the same time, hitting you in the face with a real subject, he made you laugh. He made you laugh while hitting you in the mouth. And I don't know, Dave Chappelle is probably a close second when it comes to stuff like that because he's really good at it. But Dave Chappelle's over the top, just crazy funny. He doesn't have to hit you with the topics. But I think anybody that can go, man, think about this, and then pow, and then make you laugh as your nose is bleeding, it's just great. I admire, to me, that's a true comedian. Cool. Say, I don't have any answers to my questions. Oh, shit, I hadn't even put the... Shit. I'm a terrible producer. I keep talking about that. That's the questions. If you're just joining me, I asked this question a few minutes ago. I'm talking about, because I'm pissed off that nobody watches my videos, my funny videos. The best example lately is Dick's Cheese, 300 viewers, 300 views on a video, and I think that took me 3 or 4 hours to make that. Put a lot of effort, a lot of thought into it, and it was kind of a spontaneous. It's got nothing to do with motorcycles. Just coming up with funny motorcycle stuff is tough. Like the the Taurus 2x2, which I think the first time I saw that video was like 12, 15 years ago. That's an old video that I clipped. And that was a relatively quick one. I think I did that in a couple of hours. But it took a lot of thought to try to figure out how would Billy Mays sell this motorcycle? And that one did okay. It was slow out of the gate, but it's taken off now. Let's see how that's doing right now. I think it's 2,500 views. 2,600 views. Yeah, it was real slow out of the gate, very underperforming, and then like the next day it kind of took off, which I don't really know why. I thought it was a cute video. I thought it was very cute and funny and interesting. You're sitting there watching this amazing motorcycle that you could pick up. And I think that's what popped out at me. It's like, oh yeah, I could pick that motorcycle up. I don't need to worry about my leg, and I could take it in places that, I'm probably going to fall over, and the motorcycle's not going to crush my other leg. Anyway, yeah, sometimes they just pop into my head. I've got a list. I got a list of things. A list of things that I think are funny, but the thing that kicks me in the nuts every time is, man, I'm going to put 4, 5, 6 hours into this, and nobody's going to watch it. You talk about a kick in the nuts. It's hard, man. That shit is hard on you. To put 4 hours into a video, and 10% of the people that normally watch your video see it. And that's the question. So the question is on the screen. What is more likely? That bikers have no sense of humor? YouTube hides all funny videos, especially mine? Or I'm just not that funny? Put your answer in the chat, because I really want to know. I'm going to send out going to figure out how to make some kind of video that I can get people to click on a link and fill out a form and go, well, which one of these? And make a comment. It's like, I think you're funny, but you should do this, this, and this. The comedians that I like are do this, this, and this. But maybe it should be a check by all of them. I don't know. But I am curious as to what y'all think. I mean, there's only 16 people watching, so I'm thinking maybe everybody's like, this guy's boring as hell. Hey, Don, hope all is well. Yes, it is. Kinda. Send me a survey. Give me something to do while raining today. Is it raining up there, Johnny? Yeah. You want a lot of views. The title is the key. I did a video 7 years ago called it Rex on the Tail of the Dragon. It has 314,000 views. Yeah, title has a lot to do with it, but I can tell you for a fact it's only a partial thing. You did a video 7 years ago. I'm guessing there's a lot of crashes in your video, because you can't just clickbait people. You have to actually come through. Like this one is live from the Bonneville Salt Flats, not really in quotes, because I don't want people coming in here going, oh, there's a picture of the guy on the Salt Flats. What's he up to? And get out here and go, it's just a bunch of stupid AI pictures on the Salt Flats, and this guy's a dick. And that might have happened. So when that happens, typically what YouTube does, it's clickbaity. If people come in, they watch 3 seconds of it and bug out, then YouTube is going to hide videos, which they probably should, if it's very clickbaity. Yeah, so title and description are very important, but that's you got to have something that entertains people too. So that's critical. I'm curious as to your response to that, Sam. Did it have a lot of crashes in it? Seen the surveys in the middle of these live stream comments in the past. Okay, well, I actually gotta type up the survey, and I'm not gonna do that during the live stream. So maybe the next live stream, that's what we'll do. Why? Well, do bikers have a sense of humor? That will be the next live stream. Had to hunt you down. Clicked the bell early and didn't help. I think I'm behind on these videos. 300 miles a year. I'm on my second tire. Yeah. Johnny, you and I are the same, man. But I would say 3/4 of the people that own a motorcycle probably ride their bike less than 1,000 miles a year. And that's so sad to me. Bill Burr is funny. I did not, when I first started watching Bill Burr, I was like, yeah, this guy's annoying. But yeah, he has gotten, and then it may be just my taste has changed. But yeah, I really admire Bill Burr's comedy. And he's one of those guys that kind of approaches topics that most people stay away from. But he is absolutely not, he does not care about people. Political correctness. That's one of the things that I really admire. People come. I mean, I've seen him on live TV where they're doing. He's in some town at a local radio or TV station doing a promo for his thing, and they're all up in his face, and he's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to play this game that you're playing, and he's like, tell us a joke. He's like, I'm not a circus animal. I'm not here to perform. I'm here to tell you about my show. No, tell us a joke. No, I'm not going to do it. He's like, screw you. Screw you, you freaking idiot. And that's kind of, I would say that most people are going to be like, oh my God, Bill Burr, he's trying to promote his stuff and he's being mean to these hosts. No, he's doing exactly what he should. Yeah, I've got a lot of respect for him. And he's getting much funnier, I think. Belly Up, never. So it's Bellied Up. So they are Bellied Up podcast. I think that's the name of it. They're pretty funny. And that's the first podcast that I've seen. I've just seen clips of their stuff before, and it's pretty good. Trump's got a sense of humor. Dude cracks me up. He is pretty funny. Got to run, Don. See you, John. Hope you're well. Been good seeing your progress. Hey, thanks for chiming in, dude. Tyler, well, my favorite of yours so far. Oh, wait a minute. My favorite so far is the Tesla. I'm glad somebody saw that one too. That's another one that got hitted. I really enjoyed making that. That was fun. I'm still trying to figure out the green screen. This is green screen behind me. I'm getting much better with it, but that has been a real painful thing for me, is getting the green screen. Now that I've got the green screen down enough, I think I can probably make some more interesting videos. What I really need is actors. I was telling somebody this the other day, probably Luke. I'm so sick of being the star of the show. I don't want to be the star of the show. I want somebody else to be the star, or I want other people to be the center of attention. I don't like this. I don't like it, but I can't. What did I say years ago? It's like I called Brad Pitt, but he didn't return any of my phone calls, and like I want to make funny stuff. I don't want to be the talking head. Yeah, there's prettier people out there. There's better people on camera, much better than me. And what you're seeing now is a hell of improvement. I started putting videos on YouTube shortly after they opened the doors, like 2007, 2008, I think. And I was never on the camera. It was showing other people on motorcycles, riding around. And I did other stuff too, but my motorcycle stuff was just riding around, showing other people riding. It was never me. And it took me probably 8-10 years before I turned the camera on me, because it was like, oh, okay. I enjoy seeing people's faces. The thing that annoyed me the most about motorcycle vlogs is a stupid helmet. You're talking to me in your driveway, pointing to this motorcycle, and you've got a fucking helmet on. fuck you. Who the hell are you? Okay, you're ugly like me. Okay, I don't care. Just who the hell are you? I don't want to see a helmet when I'm seeing somebody talk to me. I mean, I do it occasionally, very rarely, when I'm riding around. But half the time I got my damn chin bar up. But that's the most annoying thing. It's like, who the hell? Who is talking? I want to see your face. God, that was like everybody that motovlogged there for a. That's why I hate the term motovlog. I hate the thought of that's what I'm doing. Is this a motovlog? Am I vlogging? I would take any other name over that. It's a bag full of shit. That's that's what you're watching. You're watching Don's bag full of shit. It's not a motovlog. Please don't call it a motovlog. I'm trying to keep up with the chats here, y'all, because I want your feedback. I want to know the answer to the questions up here. Is that in the right place? Am I doing the right place? Answer to the questions up here. The question, yeah, y'all can see I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Bikers have no sense of humor, which I think is pretty much true for a lot of them. YouTube hides funny videos. I would say they don't really like funny videos, or they're afraid of them. And it could be that I'm just not funny. So pick one of those, pick all of them, but put your response in the chat. I would really like to know. It's not that you're not funny, it's that you're funny looking. Yeah, I've already said that. Tesla, current fave, comics, Bill Barr. George Carlin, yeah, man, I think, what did I do? I had some kind of a, when George Carlin died, I had some kind of a little memorial thing. I can't remember what I did, but it was something minimal. But it was basically, hey y'all, one of the greatest comics of all time is dead, and we're gonna miss him. I'm gonna miss him. I certainly miss his humor. He died way too early. YouTube is humorless. Yes, they don't have a sense of humor. Sorry, just not that funny. Already complained about not getting enough views. Sorry, just not that funny. What do you mean, Flyfish Jim? Sorry, just not that funny. Already complained about not getting enough views. I'm not really sure. That seems like you're saying two different things. You're saying I'm not funny. Okay. Already complained about not getting enough views. Explain that, Flyfish, so I can understand what you're saying there. Not that you were not funny. Video had 2 crashes. One was getting up when I got there, and another guy crashed about 100 yards. Yeah, crashes are pretty big. I did a live stream where I was rebroadcasting a bunch of motorcycle chase videos where they're chasing guys on motorcycles. I just thought it was hilarious, and that did really well because motorcycle crashes do well. You know, people want to watch it. If you put something on, especially if you type it in YouTube, go motorcycle crashes, boom, you get everybody in in that 2 or 3 days that your video is circulating. That 2 or 3 days is pretty critical. People are, there's 1,000 people an hour maybe searching for motorcycle crashes. Yeah, in that respect, it's very important. All the woke moderators on the tube, I think when you get enough reports, they throttle people's content. Oh yeah, definitely. They throttle you if you get reported. I don't think people report my stuff, with the exception of the Dick's Cheese, because that was kind of gross. I mean, I had people, some of my friends complain, and they're like, that was pretty sick. I was like, yeah, it was out there. The funniest thing about that is it came from my nephew. You know, I'm staying in my brother's house, and my nephew lives here too most of the time. But he's kind of gross because he never washes his hands. And I know because we share the same bathroom and he never touches the soap. So he goes in there, takes a shit, wipes his ass, and doesn't wash his hands. Anyway, he was growing some tomatoes, and he cut some tomatoes up, and he had a plate full of them, and he offered it. They looked delicious, and I was like, he's like, you want a slice of tomato? I was like, no, not with your Dick cheese on it. He just looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, seriously, dude, you don't wash your hands. Do you think I want to touch anything and put it in my mouth that's been in your dick cheese handling hands, your shit covered. So that's what I was like. Dick cheese. That's pretty funny. Dick cheese. Dick's cheese spread. No, yeah, that's where that came from. Bizarre ideas. That's why it's got nothing to do with motorcycles. Hey, mate. Sorry I'm late. Welcome, Chris. Get a Muppet. Not sure what that means. Yo, what's up, Keith? Answer the questions, people. Nobody's answering the questions except Blue Bug. Blue Bug's the first person, maybe second or third. Bikers have no sense of humor. I tend to agree with that. I think that's probably going to be the number one answer. Instead of asking why they don't watch, why don't we expand on the reasons they do? Give me an idea there, Chris. I would really like to hear what your suggestion is. I mean, I could probably tell you the videos that do really well, and I can tell you about the videos that have done really well recently. Most of the really high-performing videos that I've had recently are about me and my recovery and the crash. I could tell you me in the hospital with the scabbed over face did really well. People maybe are drawn to tragedy. Maybe they're identifying with something that could happen to them. And I would say, I can't remember what the one video that I had in the hospital that did better than everything else. I think it's closing on 200,000 views probably now. I would say maybe 3/4 of the people that watch that video probably don't even ride a motorcycle. Just somebody shared, oh, look at this guy, lost his foot in a motorcycle crash. Check it out. He's got a bloody face. You know, it could have been everybody going, oh, look at this asshole riding a Harley with no helmet. That's why he's in the shape he's in. Maybe that's the reaction. I don't know. I have no idea. I would love to know. I would love for those 200,000 people that watched that video and the thousands of comments I got on it. I would love to know. I would love for all those people to take a quiz. Hey, how'd you find me? Because that's a lot of the questions that I ask from the people that comment a lot. How'd you find me, man? I want to know more about you. I want to know how to find people like you on YouTube. And that's a big question for me. That's a big quest because I want to find the people that enjoy my stuff and find the people that I'm connecting with. That's all I want to do. I don't care about reaching a huge audience, but I would really like to connect with the people that like the stuff that I'm doing and that actually communicate. That's a big goal. White Russian. I'm fairly lubed. I'm like only halfway through. If you haven't answered the questions up here, please answer in the chat. Be as explicit as you have to be. No judgment. I don't care if you say I'm not funny. It's okay. I need the feedback. If I'm not funny, what do you think is funny? Name your favorite comedian. If you're just now getting here, that's what I would like. I would like to make sure, number one, that you've got a sense of humor, because if you cannot identify a current comedian that's funny, I would wonder if you actually have a sense of humor. You don't have to know all the comedians, but yeah, somebody that's really you think is really funny, that's not a slapstick comedian, or that is not a star. You know, like Adam Sandler. I think he's more of a slapstick guy than anything. He's more of a physical comedy guy. Because when's the last time he was on stage? When's the last time he actually did stand-up? Like, one of my favorites now is Dave Chappelle. I think he's amazing. And the Chappelle Show is probably one of the the greatest comedy shows to ever hit TV. Man, if Saturday Night Live could just have a couple of people that are a quarter the talent of Dave Chappelle, they would actually be funny again. When I first started watching Saturday Night Live in the 70s, it was a funny show. Up and through the 80s. Anyway. Instead of asking, yeah, I'm real curious about that, Chris. What you mean by that? How could we get pry those reasons they watch? 50% of bikers are too diminished to have humor. Number two, no idea. Number three, it's funny when he doesn't overact. Oh, when do I overact? When do I overact? Give me an example of overacting, Keith. If you don't want to be on camera all the time, you can get a Muppet. Ah, okay. All right. So, yeah, Muppet. That's all right. Actually, I've got an idea for another video coming up, and it's going to be very Sesame Street related. Because I don't want to say I grew up on Sesame Street. It was kind of late for me. But I was influenced by Sesame Street and struck by how informative it was. So you'll be seeing a Sesame Street type video soon. If you don't want to be on camera, you can say anything and blame it. Oh, dude, that's funny. Who said that? Blue Bug. It's funny you say that because that is what I have discovered with the AI voiceovers that I do. I can write the script. It's completely 100% my words, but it's not coming out of my mouth. That's that's Joe Rogan that said that. It's not me. I have felt a amazing relief to be able to say the things that I want to say and go, no, I didn't say that. That was Joe Rogan, baby. That's not me. What's my the other guy? Richard Attenborough. I need to do some crazy shit with Richard Attenborough because he's so straight-laced. But yeah, that's amazing that you picked up on that's what I discovered. And I don't know why I haven't been doing those voiceovers because I have so much fun. You want to talk about giggling, man. You want to talk about giggling. You see me playing with the AI, you will see me giggle. Because sometimes it doesn't come out right, and I have to change the words. I have to move the words around. I have to put emphasis on some words. And to go back and hear it come out, it's like, that's so great. I got Clint Eastwood reading my scripts for me. It's fantastic. Mad TV, Bill Blair. I'm thinking you're saying Bill Burr, Willie Billy. You don't want the video about you. Hollywood is full of character actors. Yeah, I need somebody that I can count on a semi-regular basis. There's a few people that, if we're camping together, that like Gary, man, Gary's a great actor, actually. I wished I was closer to Gary. We'd probably be hanging out a lot more and doing crazy stuff. Did anybody see Two-Wheeled Horse? I put a lot of effort into that, and other people put effort into that. I actually had 2 actors, and one of them is close to professional. I had an armorer. I had 2 stunt people, and I still got wounded. And I'm blaming the armorer because he shot me. Did anybody see Two-Wheeled Horse? If you haven't, please go to my channel after the stream and look up Two-Wheeled Horse. I really, it was a short film. I was thinking it was going to be more like 20 minutes, and I think it was like 4 or 5. It was really short, just because it was really easy. I just wanted to get it out there, and I couldn't figure out how to tell the story, and it didn't really turn out the way I wanted to, and just found the channel. I'm a Harley rider, but enjoy your videos. That's okay. I'll be riding a Harley very soon. I tried to get a Harley started today, and I got battery problems. So I put another battery in it. I got batteries all over the place. So eventually, I wore myself out trying to get that damn bike started. But that may be the first motorcycle you guys see me on is a Harley. It's just political now. Yeah, it's kind of sucks. It sucked for several years. Every once in a while they'll come up with a good skit, but they don't do good shows anymore. Ask your audience which two-wheeled bikes they think would be a good bike for you with half a leg, outside perspective. Yeah, I don't know that would be very productive, because everybody's going to say, get the bike that I'm riding. Nobody's going to say, get that bike that I've always wanted. Get that bike that I know I have a friend. I don't know. I would say probably half of the responses are going to be, you need to get a trike. You need to get a spider. That's what you need. And I'm pretty sure I made a video going, this is why. You're never going to see me on a spider or a trike. You need to get one anyway. Funny today, Jeff Dunham and Walter. Slapstick, Johnny. You got my ears are up, pointing towards you, man, and I'm wondering if you have a sense of humor. I've sat at camp with you. I know you have a sense of humor, but I'm wondering I'm wondering where the bottom is with you, man. Because your first response was Red Skelton, and that was the '50s, dude. Well, he was not on TV after the '60s, I don't think. Or if he was, it was very early '70s. Dave Chappelle, I love Dave Chappelle. Answer the question. Humor is very subjective. Find your own inner humor and refine that. You don't want to have to imitate other comedians. The audience will find you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, that sounds good, but yeah. How many funny videos do I have to make to either to bail to go, it's one of these. It's bikers have no sense of humor. YouTube doesn't like funny videos, or I'm not funny. It's one of those, I guarantee you. If there's a fourth option, please, somebody let me know. If there is something else that I'm missing, if there is something else besides those three possibilities, what is it? What else could it be? Found you searching. Wait a minute. I found you searching for Transamerica Trail. I think the first thing I saw you was ranting on the California. Oh, that was a pretty classic video, man. Yeah, I rolled down the hill, ranting. No, I wasn't ranting. I was. That was a voiceover. I had to explain it because I wasn't. I don't think I said much into the camera. Yeah, that was. I think. I need to talk about that because I think people have a misconception that, you ride your motorcycle and everything's hunky-dory, but that was I think that was the second or third day the three of us had been riding, and it was starting to get really difficult. We were starting to have to make tough choices, and I think at that point, I think Richard wanted to go over California Pass. He wanted to keep going, and I'm thinking I don't want to rescue bikes and bikers, and I don't want to bike upside down on top of me in this crevices, and this is just terrible. Richard was doing okay, but the other two big bikes, I was on a 700 and the other guy was on a 650. Yeah, that was a, hey man, this shit is stressful. We're out of breath. We're whooped because we've been fighting a little bit of the trail today, and I think it just exploded. And at that point, it's like, man, and not just that. I think that was one of the. No, I think our communication problems had already popped up at that point. Everything was just coming together because that was a stressful. And I thought that was going to be paradise because I love the San Juans, and I thought that was going to be the perfect place because it's spectacular. It's some of the best riding we did the whole time, and yet it was the most stressful. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Bug. Blue Bug. See, Don, sense of humor. Hi, how's the weight loss plan going? Weight loss plan starts in the morning. That's why I'm eating cookies and drinking stuff I should not be. So yeah, I'm glad you asked, but I said that at the beginning of the stream, so go back and watch that when the stream is over about me talking about going on a diet and exercise this week. Committed on live stream, but not tonight. Midnight. If you haven't answered the questions on the screen, please answer. And don't be afraid to hurt my feelings. So if you don't think I'm funny, just say, you're not that funny. It might hurt my feelings, but I'll choke them back for the live stream. Nobody will know. Good question, Albie. The bikers South Park portrayed are the types that don't have any humor. That's exactly that. That's one of my favorite. That is my absolute favorite episode of South Park. I had that uploaded on Rumble for maybe almost a year, and every time it came up, I was like, "Oh, you got to watch this," because that was the only place on the internet you could find it. I think they've got like 3 episodes that are not on Comedy Central, and they're not anywhere else. No clips, no nothing. And I was like, "This sucks, man. Let me find a copy of the show." I found a copy of. It took me a while to find a copy. It was a good copy, and I posted it on Rumble, and I couldn't believe it. It stayed on there 6, 8, 9 months, and people saw it. And I've talked about screening it at what's the place? Chuck's. I talked to them about screening it. The next rally we have out there, I need to bring this damn thing and screen it because it's hilarious. It is hilarious. It's about loud pipes and motorcycles. That's what the whole thing is. But for some reason, well, I think the thing that got it kicked off of the internet completely, even on Comedy Central, is the fact that the kids are calling these guys riding motorcycles with loud pipes. They're calling them fags. And the gays are going, "Well, wait a minute, you're attacking us again." And like, no. No, just because you're gay, you're not a fag. It's those fags with the loud pipes. Anyway, I think that's what got them kicked off. I don't think it had anything to do with motorcycles. But anyway, classic stuff. Bikers have no sense of humor. Think people in general are losing their sense of, I think it's easy to do. You see a guy on a Honda Grom in a bad mood? No, I haven't. Good point. Short of world domination and stealth camping. What does that mean, Keith? You're being cryptic, man. Thinking towards bike features that would help you. My Pan Am has a heel hold feature that sets the brake if you get... Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, so right now I'm thinking of a lever. So front brake lever, rear brake lever mounted on the same bar, but just it's gonna take me a while to figure out how to use it. Hell, it may be down here on my thumb. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. Everybody's really concerned about that. Not my concern at all. It's just one of those things. It's one of those little problems. It's one of those little problems. First, I mean, when it comes down to it, it's something as simple as dump the clutch, kill the bike. I mean, I know how to move a bike with a dead engine and a clutch. You know, that works good on downhills. I think I made a video about that. You being silly without being overly loud is your humor sweet spot. Overly loud? You mean subtle humor? Is that what you're trying to say, Keith? I think what you're trying to say is something about subtlety. Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what you're trying to say? Let me go close this door real quick. My nephew just showed up. It's funny. This weekend there was 3 of my brother's grandkids in the house. One of them's 2, one of them's 3, one of them's 10, and they're all freaking loud. They scream, run around the house like little Indians. It's just insane here. It is crazy, and it's funny. I come in here and say, "Y'all are so damn loud." I was like, "Y'all are louder than me," which takes a lot of effort. So yeah, I know I'm loud. Is that what you're trying to say, Keith? Subtlety? I'm missing my subtlety. First bike after the crash is going to be a Harley. What are you thinking? Because you need a crane to pick it up, or is this your new plan to meet women? Funny story, Tyler. There's my little brother, this is his house I'm staying in. My little brother has 3 motorcycles down there, and he doesn't ride any of them. My older brother, who lives in Hawaii, has just liquidated all his stuff, and he came and dumped his Harley. He doesn't ride ever. He rode for about a month till he crashed his first bike, which is the bike that I told him not to get, and he got anyway. Stupid, ridiculous Harley, straight pipes, just ridiculous loud, man. It's just ridiculous. But it's sitting in the basement. It's got a tag on it. Just needs a battery. I've ridden it before. It's okay. You put earplugs in. it's okay. You just have to worry about everybody else going, God, who's the asshole with the straight pipes? And, I had to sneak out of the neighborhood and kind of put out of the... Yeah, and I think the biggest thing it's got going for it is it's got a small seat. I can swing my leg over it. I'm not sure about picking it up because it's a heavy bitch, but it's low. It's a Nightster, so it's basically a Sportster with, it's got a sissy bar. It's got actually a bunch of stuff that comes with it. It's a motorcycle to ride. And I don't think the RT needs work. The Tiger needs a lot of work. And I think just putting any effort into those is probably a bad idea. So I'm going to concentrate on the Harley. But I've also got a funny video in the makes for that. Hopefully, if I can get it running this week, I'll put out a funny video. It'll be cute. And the only people who are going to know about it beforehand are the people that are watching this stream. So y'all got that going for you. A new plan to meet women. Yeah. All the ladies like a big Harley. Loud. That's the key to picking up chicks. Bikers have a sense of humor. It's the rest of the world that doesn't. It's definitely YouTube. It won't recommend the video no one will see. Oh yeah, I completely get that part of it. But I mean, I'm always battling that, and it's not just enough to make a decent title. You've got, I think, and I was starting to figure out, and I felt really good about the shorts. I don't know, Sam, if you played with shorts much. I don't remember looking at your channel if you've got shorts. But I was playing around to the point. I was playing around with shorts to the point of like, wow, this is really powerful. If they show shorts to new people, they throw shorts at everybody, and maybe they're throwing them to a bunch of motorcycles. And my short strategy was working very effectively, unbelievably. I was getting, with a video that took me 15 minutes to make as compared to 3, 4, 5 hours, 15 minutes, I could stick something stupid out there, hold my phone in front of my face and go blah, 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 post. And, I'd get 50 freaking subs out of it. I would have 10,000 views on something that took me 15 minutes. It's like, okay, well, you got my attention, YouTube. Shorts is the way to go. So I started putting a lot of effort into shorts. Well, effort. It really did take effort. But now it's back to, most of the stuff you put out there is going to get a few hundred views, just like everything else. It's like, nobody watches it. The only good side is I can express myself and not be worried about my current audience. I don't have to worry about pissing my current audience off because they don't show them mostly to my current audience. I get a few views. Yeah, it's probably maybe half the views I get are from my current audience, but usually it's less. But they stopped showing them to people. So just kind of one of those things where I just stopped putting much effort. Every once in a while, like, this would be a good short. Like the one I put out, what was it? Friday? It's definitely YouTube. I bet my Ultra Limited, even at $950, it's easier to pick up than your Triumph. My crash bars keep it. Oh, yeah. No, that's always been my problem with the Tiger, because usually when I drop it, it's upside down. And the last time I dropped it, it was upside down with no side cases. So it was upside down. The wheels are almost in the air. I just couldn't lift it. Because to get that fulcrum effect, you got to have it at an angle, something like that. So your bike, normally when it falls over, it's like that. Yeah, I'd like to see. Dude, I could barely lift my ass out of the chair now. Because it's basically, I've got one weak leg that's doing all the lifting. The other really weak leg doesn't do much at all. It's just kind of a joke. So I got to get back into the gym. No shorts on my channel. I probably should. Well, 6 months, a year ago, I would have encouraged you, because I was like, you'd be And in fact, everybody that I know with a YouTube channel is like, man, y'all should try the shorts. It's amazing the results you get from. Now, long term, I don't know. I don't know how many people saw one of my shorts and said, wow, this guy's great. Let me go check out his channel. Oh yeah, sub. All I know is the people that subbed from the short. You know, oh, I got 50 subs from that thing that took me 15 minutes. Yeah, this is a great idea. So that's really all I know. I don't know long term unless somebody, you know, if I had 50 people show up and say, yeah, I found your short. I found that short you did was kind of wacky. I saw you on the Joe Rogan shorts. Yeah, I did a whole bunch of Joe Rogan shorts, and those were fun. Took me a little bit longer than normal, but ride that Harley up. Got your drinking here waiting to give you. Got your drinking here waiting to give you. I guess some guys in MC back in the day would kiss other men because it upset the norms and was rebellious and edgy. Some guys in clubs, I'm guessing you're talking about? Loud pipes do down the constant bitching out for sure. Gary fell over at my house on his way. Harder to pick her up than... Oh, well, his bike is bigger than mine, dude. His is a good bit bigger than mine. But he's got those side cases on that should make it... My side cases don't do much at all keeping my bike up. It just kind of rolls over on that. So it's basically almost always, even on flat ground, it's almost always upside down. And buddy, if it's off the road, it's upside down. Well, I still haven't gotten... A very small fraction of it. What is it? 5, 10 people? Less than 10 people have responded. Is it bikers that have no sense of humor? Is it YouTube hiding all the funny videos or my funny videos? Or is it simply that I'm not funny? I'm going to give y'all 5 more minutes to chime in, and then I'm going to shut this pig down. I'm going to eat my cookies while I'm waiting on people to respond to those questions that are at the top of the screen over here. 18 people watching me eat cookies and drink a White Russian. 18 people. We'll see how many people. Is it nobody's responding because nobody knows how to type into the chat? If you don't know how to type into the chat or it's too hard, give me a thumbs up. You can you can tap on the emoticons. Give me something in the chat that says, I'm not typing anything. Because if you do that, I get it. Especially if you're on your phone. You're not funny, but the what is funny? I'm not seeing that. But that's... I'm not funny, but that's what's funny to me. All right. Fair enough, Brian. You're funny, dude. You need to make more funny videos. YouTube hiding videos. It's not. I don't think it's so much that they're hiding. They call it surfacing, and I completely get why they surface most videos when they go, oh, wow, people really like this video. Of the 100 people we've showed it to already, 25% have clicked on it and watched half of it or more. They go, oh, people like this video. We will surface it to more people then. That is what they say. And I'm not so sure that that's exactly true, because looking statistically at my videos, some of my videos is really hard to tell statistically because they got to give you a ton of stats. And looking at the stats, it's really hard to tell what is it about this video that people didn't like. The first stat that most people look through is your click-through rate, which is basically surfacing the video. You see it in your feed, you see it on the homepage, you see it somewhere on YouTube. YouTube goes, oh, you like Moto Giant, or you watch these type videos. We're going to put this in your feed. We're going to put this in somewhere that you can go, oh, here's something to click on. They call that surfacing. And I'm not sure what the differences are. Sometimes I got a shitty thumbnail. That thumbnail didn't work. The thumbnail that I had on the little Taurus 2x2, which probably most of you guys have seen, the thumbnail that I started out with, I thought was really good, but I changed it to WTF question mark, and it just went, it went like this, very poor performing, and it went like this as soon as I changed the thumbnail, and then it went straight up. I was like, okay, well, poor choice in thumbnails. I'm dealing with a bunch of monkeys here, so let's let's make the thumbnail jump out at you. So I changed the thumbnail, did pretty good. So I'm not sure if it's all thumbnail, if it's all watch time, if it's because you look at the stats side by side videos, it's like, this doesn't make any sense. Why did they not surface this video? So not so much hiding it, they just chose not to surface it. Who the hell knows? This live stream has turned out to a bitch session about YouTube, and I hate doing that, but I'm compelled sometimes, mainly before I drink. Because once I'm lubricated, nothing really bothers me anymore. Well, maybe I'm not that lubricated. Funniness is relative, yeah. And it's the same as beauty is in the eye of the beer holder, right? It's, it's not the same. But there is universally funny, and I don't think that I'm anywhere approaching universally funny. But that's one thing that most people can agree upon. But I have seen, God, I've been in the room with these people. You get a Dave Chappelle that comes on. It's just freaking killing. Everything that comes out of his mouth is funny. And you got a couple people in the room just staring. It's like either they're too stupid to get it, or they're so uptight that I don't know, but I don't understand that. I don't understand how people can see somebody that I think is universally funny, appeals to almost everybody. And I would say Bill Burr probably is in that category too. I'm trying to think of the other people that are just, well, you got the guys that are, I call them Disney comics because they're politically correct and they don't say anything racy, and they're kind of funny. I don't think they're universally funny because there's nothing really interesting about them. They're just being nice and safe and saying funny things. Why did the chicken cross the road? Saying, oh, well, that's safe. Nobody's going to be offended by that. I've always liked your product reviews and comparisons. The Dakota Fire Hall vid was awesome. Thanks, man. I'm glad somebody watched that one too. Same thing. That Dakota, I thought it was interesting enough where I thought Dakota fire holes were huge and awesome. Why should I not use them? Well, here's a list of reasons. I think I probably should do more how-tos, and because that's the stuff that I watch. The stuff that I watch is, give me some information. I need information. I need to make some decisions here. Product reviews. I made that kind of weak-ass attempt at a product review expose, basically spilling the beans on why you see everybody's doing these reviews. Why is everybody reviewing the Ibex 450 right now? Why is everybody on YouTube, the big YouTubers, why are they all reviewing the Ibex 450 when it's not available? Well, because the manufacturer says, well, let's get these influencers in here and get them to talk up. That's the best bike ever made. Well, how much did that cost Ibex to pay all these guys? I don't know how much of that's going on, but I know there is a real influence getting free stuff. There is a real influence. I don't know how much of my review, any of my reviews have been really influenced. I mean, you can typically tell, hey, I got some free stuff. This is kind of cool. What did I do? I did that GPS review. It's basically, hey, I don't have this, I don't have anything to mount this GPS to. I don't have a bike yet that I'm going to be riding. But the people that sent me this thing for free are putting a lot of pressure on me to do a review. So I'm going to say, hey, I turned it on. I was like, oh yeah, it works. Looks like it works pretty good. I think it'll be. So you got the fair and balanced review, which is basically, it looks like it's okay. No real world testing. Don't know if it gets me to point A and point B. I don't know, because the manufacturer. It's getting to the point now. It's like I like free stuff, especially electronics. Man, electronics are really cool and expensive, and yeah, I like that free stuff. But I'm getting to the point now where it's so annoying having somebody go, hey, yeah, we just shipped you this $100 product. Well, the GPS stuff is much more expensive than that, but we got $50 investment in this. Where's our review? Like, I haven't done it yet because I'm missing a leg, and hey, it's raining. I had this solar company, and I thought it was a really good fit because I did a review on some folding solar panels that you could put on your bike, little battery pack. The thing that I had was pretty good, and the wind tore up my solar panels, and these guys called me up. I was like, yeah, ship them down. Yeah, I'd be glad to look at them. The original thing they sent me was about this. It was way too big to put on my bike. I was like, I'm not going to do a review on this because it doesn't fit my channel. And do you have anything that folds? Oh yeah, we'll send you some folding panels. Well, they sent me the folding panels. The battery pack works great. The big panels work great. They were 100 watts, just like advertised. They sent the other ones, and they were like 45 watts. And like, this is not, and I'm back and forth. This is not what you're advertising. I'm not going to tell people that this is a good product when it says, actually said 90 watts. 90 watts or 100 watts, but it was constantly putting out 45 watts, sometimes 50 in full-blown sun. And they were like, oh no, heat, time of day, position of the sun. It's like, I've been using solar for 9 years. I understand solar. I understand the limitations. This is a brand new thing, and I can't get more than 50 watts out of it. I'm not going to talk about it, and I haven't heard back from them. Anyway, it's just kind of a pain in the ass. I think I'd rather just buy my own stuff. But you will see maybe half the stuff that I've done reviews on. I was like, man, I bought this stuff, and this is amazing. The only bad review I did was a shitty hammock review. Cheap little hammock, like 35 bucks. I just wanted to see. And I ordered the thing, and I was like, this thing sucks. This is not worth 35 bucks. This is not something that you should put in your backyard with your child. You certainly should not go camping with this piece of crap. It's a piece of crap. I said that on the video, but most of it was like, like, you're not going to see a review unless I really like it. And here's the reasons why. You should get this too. But I've got this Hennessy hammock that's been in the box. I'm dying to put it up. And I'm dying to see if that's going to fit for what I'm doing. So you'll see that review coming up. But yeah, I should probably do how-tos, and this is how I do it, and this is why you should do it this way too. I want to do some more hammock videos because I've been on a hammock crusade for probably a decade now, talking about hammocks and why everybody should get their ass up off the ground, especially if you're old like me. Oh, you funny, like ha ha ha. What's up, Richard? Hope you got my text, man. Gotta go. Have a great night, and have a cookie for me. Thanks, Sam. Good to see you, man. I like the Firebox videos. Good. Those were, I think those were informative. The first Firebox video I made was at the first Camp and Cook, I think. And I wanted to tell my buddies why I don't like the Firebox. So I was like, I'm going to tell you guys why I don't like this. I'm going to show you why I don't like this Firebox. And I was like, let me make a video out of it. So it was just kind of a spontaneous thing. I really should think about, what do I want to talk about at a Camp and Cook? Because I think that's the most, I just never think of things like that. But that's how that video came about. The first Firebox video was basically, I want to tell my friends why the Firebox sucks. Don't buy this, man. I spent $200 on this crap. And I mean, it's not crap. It's just got so many problems that I want to tell everybody. Think twice, man. Think twice. If you really want to build a fire in a folding box, get one of those cheap little $30 guys on Amazon. you're not going to be pissed off like I was. I think that was the biggest reason. It's like, man, spent a lot of money on this damn thing, and it's been nothing but a disappointment. Let me save you $200. And everybody's like, oh, why'd you spend $200? Because I got all the shit. I wanted the best. I wanted the best firebox I had, and I wanted some other options too. And it was a pain in the ass. It was a pain in the ass. The trip I took it out west, and what was I? I was out there. I was out there several months, and all I could think of the whole time is I'm carrying all this shit, and it's worthless. It's worthless. Why don't I just go get another canister when I run out of fuel, or just build a freaking fire on the ground? And that's how I found the Zaldarin. I was like, man, what would be really cool is if they made one of those things that you put in your backyard, the big heavy-duty iron things, the big grate that goes in the pole. And I found the guy. He had this tiny little folding stainless steel thing. I love that thing. And I reached out to him. I was like, man, send me one of those. I want to do a review on it. Because if it's as good as it looks, and it's great. It's great. And yeah, and I got a $60 grill out of the thing. Yeah, I'm a big advocate of those. If you're building a fire, especially if you're going to build a fire, hell, especially if you're building fire with sticks, you can do the same thing, and you can add sticks easily instead of going. Let me see if oh yeah, I got to stir. Yeah. Anyway, review a paracord bracelet and the fact 6 or 8 feet of paracord won't do much. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Yeah, I would like to do more bushcraft, but I'm a novice when it comes to bushcraft. I barely know how to tie enough ropes to gang my shit. I would like to do more. I thought about looking at some topics that my audience would enjoy, and just basically going, hey, yeah, was it Corporal's Corner? I'm trying to think of the other guy. There's 2 or 3 really good bushcraft guys. I'm trying to think of the guy that's annoying, but he's really good too. What's his name? He talks like this in his Pathfinder school. I can't think of the guy's name. He does really good videos. He's just annoying. I can't watch him. The other guy he's got a beard. Apparently, if you're a bushcraft guy, you got a beard, which I think is funny. The bigger the beard, the better. Dave Canterbury. Yeah, that's funny. I've always thought about those paracord. Oh, you got to have a paracord bracelet to show the world that you're a prepper, survivalist, outdoor guy. That's pretty funny. Somebody made a really funny video. Hyper Gray Man. The Hyper Gray Man. How to identify the Hyper Gray Man. That shit was funny. I would love to make fun of people and ideas. That would be great. Usually those do the absolute poorest, though. Paracord bracelet will save you. Yes. You can tie your paracord bracelet into a parachute and jump off something and get back to where you need to be. Just use a soup can for a firebox. Yeah, why not? Yeah, especially if you got a knife. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets of the people that live there. Real big monkey. What's up, dude? Shug. Yeah, Shug for the win. Absolutely. That guy. Well, he's got a really good sense of humor to the point of being annoying because he's always clowning around. But yeah, talk about information. Jeez. Yeah, almost everything I've learned about hammocks, I learned from Shug Emery. The clown. David Canterbury. I'm just thinking of stuff that would pull people in. Motorcycle EDC. You think? But EDC for what? Campers? Motorcycle campers? I don't know what a EDC. Oh, you're talking about guns, I'm guessing. I mean, that's really what EDC is. I mean, I'm not against guns. I mean, I've been talking about carrying, but I don't know. I don't want to turn my channel into the the gun-toting motorcycle chain. Just not just that. Ammo is expensive, man. Have y'all not seen the prices lately? I mean, it sounds like fun. I've been talking about doing throwing some lead downrange. I just don't know. I haven't come up with a good idea yet, so it might be on the horizon. It's just not going to be a big change. Please don't eat my cat. Why would you do that? Eat something else. Got your taste. Cool, man. I'll see if you reply. But yeah, let me know. Richard, we're whenever, man. We'll squeeze you in. I'm not in a huge hurry. I think I've said that in the text. Just Richard, if y'all don't know, is the guy I've got set my next real non-Harley motorcycle. But that's unless you know me, you probably don't know what the hell we're talking about. Not guns, just the term EDC. Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea, Blue. But I just don't know what the hell an EDC would be if it wasn't a gun, unless it was a camping thing. Because people are camping is a wide variety. I mean, you got some people that are camping that are pulling little pop-up trailers, which I think is kind of cool. The more I see them, the more I think, maybe I get one of those. Yeah, that's not. I like the idea. I've got to play with it a little bit. I need to do some EDC searching and seeing what everybody else is talking about. Maybe give me some ideas. Thanks for that idea, though, Blue Bud. Nobody ever gives me any ideas, man. Jinx and 80s stuff popular now. What is Jinx? 80s. What is... narrow that down for me, Willie Waterbug. Guns are best when they're not being advertised. Yeah. EDC, spoons, tubes. Oh, yeah. Well, I did a really shitty video the other day about stuff you need to carry on your bike. I did a compressor review, which I think is absolutely... I had this little CO2 canister. Pop your thing in your tube after you pat your tube on the trail. I had one of those for a while. I never used one, but I was always concerned. I got 2 of these freaking canisters. Is that really going to pump up my tire? Is one of them going to pump up my tire? And then I realized I pinched the tube, putting the damn thing back on the rim, and then I got to take it off again and patch it again. I got 2 of those canisters, and those are supposed to... So I really like carrying those small compressors. So... did that. I did another toolkit review. I probably should do another toolkit review. I'll tell you who's really cool. I watched his thing the other day. A. Riemann. He's a dual sport racing kind of guy, but Australian, I think. His channel was A. Riemann, but I noticed the other day that he changed it to Adam Riemann. RIEMANN. He's got a really good channel, but he did a little toolkit thing and started talking about changing tubes, fixing flats. I just thought that stuff is really good. I probably need to do that type stuff just to figure out what the hell I can do with one leg now and what I can't do. That would be good to find that out really quickly. Oh, Gen X. Jinx. I don't know. I know what Gen X is. I just don't know what that means as far as content. Compressor was cool, the orange one. No, mine was the little battery pack compressor thing. Yeah, you can find the review. I mean, it was an okay review. I pumped up the tires on my truck, but you know, it's a cool little battery pack compressor. Young dude at Panda Express last night asked me if I had any peanut allergy when I asked for spicy chicken. I said, "Hell no, I'm Gen X, old school, man. Yeah, we ate peanuts when we were kids." Did you notice the Action 5 Pro wirelessly record audio directly into the camera from 2 mics at the same time now? I think I heard that, dude. Have you got an Action 5 now? I looked at those the other day. I think that popped up in the thing. I just got. You sold me on the DJI mic, so I got two of those now, and yeah, I'm loving every minute of it. So yeah, thanks for that. I think you got the first generation too. I got the second gen microphones, but man, they're badass. 14 hours. Holy crap! I'm guessing you got the Action 5, or are you thinking about getting it? How to increase your motorcycle gas mileage? Get a carbon fiber or lower? Yeah, I've got all kinds of funny leg shit coming, man. Just because I've got that pirate leg mentality. I think everything's funny. When people ask me out when I'm out, oh, what happened to you? Oh, were you in a war? Were you in Afghanistan? No, it was a shark. It was a shark. I was riding my motorcycle and a shark just came right out. I was riding across a bridge. Shark came up, took my leg off. I didn't even know he took my leg off until I stopped. I came to a stop and fell over. And I was bleeding. I was like, what the hell happened? I saw the shark out there in the bay. I haven't done that yet, but it's on my mind. Second gen? Oh, well, okay. Well, I'm very happy with mine. I thought you got the first gen, and I was like, he talks so well about those damn microphones that the second gen has got to be better. And then I think there was only like $100 more. Matt's here. What's up, Matt? I think we're winding this thing down, y'all. I don't know. We've got some folks that just walked in. The question tonight, only because it kind of popped up and I just typed it, is I'm pissed. I've been pissed for a while about my funny videos that nobody watches them. Like the last funny video, it got 300 views. Well, actually, the last funny video was... Man, I'm losing my mind. The last funny video was the... what the fuck? Yeah, that one did pretty good, but it certainly did not take off very well. The Taurus 2x2, that little tiny motorcycle. I don't even know if I'd call that funny. I think I would just maybe call it cute because it's amusing. It's amusing just watching somebody ride that stupid little motorcycle. But what's the one I'm thinking about? I did a funny video recently that nobody watched. What was it? I was just looking at it. I was like, wow, that thing did so poorly. Oh, the Dick's cheese. Had nothing to do with motorcycle. It got 300 views. 300 views. I mean, it was disgusting and all that, but... Answer the question. I'm going to give y'all 5 more minutes if I don't get some answers in here. So what is more likely? Why are people not watching the funny videos? Is it because YouTube hides them? They don't like funny videos? Is it that bikers have no sense of humor? Or is it that I am simply not funny? Because it could be all three. It could be one. It could be none. If you have another suggestion of why nobody watches my funny videos, I would like to know. Just drop a comment in the chat. If you don't type very well, drop a thumbs up or drop a emoji in the chat. That's real easy. You just tap on the screen in the comment thing, and there's a little thing. You should be able to tap on an emoji and pull up an emoji. Just put an emoji in there, and that's going to tell me you can't type, you don't want to type, or I don't know. I don't want to say Forrest Gump video. Oh yeah, I'm glad a few people watched that. That was not disappointing. It didn't take me that long to make that. Moto Giant gets pegged and limps now. Pegging. Yeah, that's got to be on the list of titles that YouTube just goes, nope. You don't do pegging. Now if I put gay in front of it, gay pegging, maybe they would let it slide. I haven't been getting notified of your videos. Yeah, dude. I was talking about that at the first of the videos. Like nobody gets the live stream. I think there's one guy that said, "Yeah, no, I got the notification." I've got 3 other YouTube channels that I have clicked on. The Moto Giants subscribe to all notifications, and I get none except the published videos. That's all I get. I don't get anything else. I don't get posts. I don't get live stream notifications. I get nothing. So you just have to be surfing YouTube at the time that I'm there, and maybe it'll pop up, maybe it won't. Yeah, this has been a really poor performing evening. I think lately I've been getting like 30 people watching at one time on my streams, and it's been almost less than 20 the whole night. No big deal. I'm fine with 10 people being in here. Don't know. Gets pegged. That's pretty funny. Don't know why I've been getting notified. Don't know why people don't watch your stuff. I've seen all your stuff. You're my Tom Cruise. Thanks, Matthew. That's great, man. People don't watch it for one of 2 reasons. YouTube doesn't surface it, doesn't pop up in their feed, or they go, "Nah, I hate that guy." And every once in a while they'll click on the video and go, "Oh man, I hate that guy, and this is a stupid video," and they'll unsubscribe. The Dick's Cheese video lost me 7 subscribers. So there's a really good example. 300 people watched it. Only 300 people watched it. And out of that 300 people, 7 people said, "No, thank you." Unsubscribe. Which I would still make the damn video, but, maybe I needed to get rid of those people early. YouTube not pushing it out. Yeah, that's what I call surfacing. That's what they call it. I don't call it pushing it out. They call it surfacing. We surface videos based on viewers' reaction to the videos. So it starts with the thumbnail. Either they click on it or they don't. They click on it, they watch it for a minute and bail out of a 10-minute video. Then YouTube goes, "Whoa, half the people that watched it said this sucks," and went and watched something else. And they go, "Wow, based on our reactions, we're going to surface it to less people." And I mean, that could explain why YouTube is hiding. They call it surfacing. But that really doesn't show up in my analytics. So my statistics that they show me how the video performs, most of those videos look very similar to the videos that do very well. It's very hard to distinguish. So it makes me think that YouTube is going, nah. But it could be just I'm not funny. People look at it and they only watch half the video. I would say a funny video, like people watch most of that funny tourist video where Billy Mays is selling you a motorcycle. People watch most of that. It's not a very long video, so I would think that they would watch most of that. But it started out poorly. It wasn't performing very, very well at all based on what YouTube was showing. And then they started showing it to a lot more people, and people started watching it. So anyway. But I'm still curious. YouTube, I'm behind. I didn't notice the chats had scrolled. Your stuff is great. I always called you the hardest working moto vlogger on YouTube. Thank you, Matthew. That's great, man. Thanks. You can give me a big head. Robo-leg, attachments, boomerangs, slinky jumper, bionic man. Yeah, I've got some ideas, man. Yeah, y'all let me know in any of the comments. Just drop a comment on the thing that you want to see me do next. And I'm not above circus performance, so I want to get my havoc out. Havoc? You mean hammock? Yeah, it's hot here too, dude. Yeah, did nobody warn you about Texas? That's one thing I miss about Hawaii. Unbelievable. I miss the weather. That's why I'm telling my little brother to go over there, because my older brother's still over there. It's like, man, you don't need to get over there. It's like, if you're worried about it being hot, because he doesn't have air conditioning in his house, and my little brother, it's 68 degrees in here. He ain't going over there and being hot. He ain't going to be miserable. And I was like, man, just wait. Wait till, October, November. It's going to be raining, but man, it's going to be 70 degrees. You're There's no air conditioning, but you don't need it. It's 70 degrees. You're going to get wet, but it's 70 degrees. It's great. And you want hot? You want to go to the beach and be in the sun? Go to the other side of the island. It's easy. EDC's equivalent of possible's bag. Possible's bag. Leatherman, pins, fire starter cordage. Yeah, I probably should do that. I think that's probably a pretty good suggestion. The algorithm. Yeah, I used to blame the algorithm, but I think I would rather blame YouTube in there. They know what's best for civilization. And that's probably part of the algorithm. If he says anything like this in the video, let's put that over here in the closet for later. We do a gag Temu peg leg review. Somebody mentioned their friend that had a 2x4 for a leg. Try that. And I was like, man, I wished my leg had a screw where I could take it off and put a 2x4 on there. That would be so awesome. It's like custom. I'm making custom legs. Shade Tree Mechanic is making legs for the cripples now. He's making legs for the cripples, and they're only $12. Let's get my chainsaw out. It's custom fit, custom made peg legs for your situation. I'll tell you what I'd really like to do. Y'all don't know if y'all watch Ginger Billy. He's freaking hilarious. he's kind of getting rote and doing the same stuff now, but he makes these crazy vehicles, and he's as redneck as they come. It's just so funny. He's trying to be as stupid and redneck as he does a really good job. I would like to do that with motorcycles. Do the Ginger Billy thing. Gag Temu. Which hammock actually works for us big dudes? Topic. Those are made for 120 dudes. 120 dudes? Oh. So I have hammocks coming up. I've got a brand new hammock in the box. I haven't even pulled it out of the bag yet because I got nowhere to put it, and I've been pretty much disabled. But the weather's changing next week, and there's a really good possibility that y'all will see not only a hammock review video, but another pitch from the hammock evangelist again, and telling you why you should start thinking about hammocks. There's a handful of hammocks out there that are really good for big guys. The first thing you got to do is make sure that the weight is going to hold your big ass, because not all hammocks are made the same. In fact, most hammocks are kind of crappy. But the hammock that I got over here is a replacement of the hammock that I've been using 10, 12 years now. And I'm hoping that it's going to be just as good as I've heard. It's a Hennessy hammock, so hopefully I'll have that out in the next 10 days. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping the weather turns. I've got to find some trees out here. I'm not going to be on a motorcycle, so it's going to be hey man, I'm sitting in a hammock. Probably going to spend the night in it, especially if the weather's nice. It's getting down in the high 60s, so that's perfect sleeping weather for me. But yeah, I'm going to be back on the hammock evangelist because I've kind of abandoned that for a while. And I really believe in that. I think the best way to make a huge change in people that hate camping is to go, oh, guess what? You don't have to set up a tent in the swamp when it's raining. You don't have to find the perfectly flat place. You don't have to go to a campground. You just need 2 trees that are about this far apart. Somewhere here. You need 2 trees that'll support your big ass. And doesn't matter what's underneath. Doesn't matter at all. You make sure that there's nothing that's going to fall on your head. But the same goes for tent camping. But you don't have to worry about water, uneven ground, sticks. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. All that stuff goes away. And you got to figure out the technique of laying comfortably in a hammock. And if you can do all that, your world will change like mine did. I've been hammock camping, 12, 15 years now. And it's been a huge change for me. That's why I have been a hammock evangelist for several years now. And I haven't been talking about it enough. I'll be talking about it soon, Willie Waterbug. I got the Moto Giant Edition Havoc. Are you trying to say Havoc or Hammock? Good evening. What's up, Semper Tyrannis? I guess we're going to end it, ma'am. I got lots of stuff. I got a video. I had a bunch of guys came in yesterday. A bunch of dual sport guys showed up in my yard. That was pretty cool. I didn't get to ride any of their bikes, but I could barely walk. It was getting towards the end of the day, and I've been on my leg all day. That video is coming out tomorrow. I've got another video coming out. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff I'm working on, and hopefully the motorcycle stuff is going to come quickly. But it really depends on how my leg acts and how quickly I can build up my strength and endurance. Look at this flab. Look at this. This is what I'm working with now. It's like I mean, actually, my upper body is probably the strongest part of my body, maybe my back, but my legs are shit because I haven't been using them. For the past 4 months, the only time I use my leg is to get up, grab my crutches, and walk my ass to the bathroom, sit down, take a shit, get back on the crutches, or get in the shower. So I basically used my crutches or used my legs 2 or 3 times a day, getting in and out of the bed every day. So there's twice there. Getting up on crutches, go take a shit, and a shower. And that, hell, I don't shower every couple 3 days because I don't sweat. So 4 months I've been laying my ass in bed, letting my weak ass legs. When I started, my legs, my knees especially, just really weak. That's all they've done is just getting worse. So I got to work on all that before I can think about getting back on a motorcycle. And I gotta get a motorcycle that I can pick up. That's probably a big thing. Anyway, that's what I'll be working on the next few days and weeks. Thanks for hanging out with me, man. I really enjoyed telling you all the things I hate about YouTube. Maybe things will be better next time. I'll have a plan next time. This was like 15 minutes ahead. It's like, man, I need a drink. Hell, I'm gonna get a drink. I'm gonna fucking live stream and eat a cookie. I'll see you guys next time.